Hello, sorry about that. The battery died. I'm going to start up now about the J. Parker story. You probably be uncomfortable, but you know what? If you hear this, it's important and it needs to be heard. And you need to talk about it to everybody that you know. Put it out there. Make a video. Something. The more videos out there about this, the more we can get it stopped, hopefully. And write a book, do something. Help us out with this. Because this needs to be spoken. Because this is not something that anybody should be just saying, that's not my problem. It's all of our problems. As long as that children are being harmed, it's everybody's problem. You can also see on one of those happening, you can listen to the interview that I got this information from on whatithishappening.com. And you can also look up on YouTube. Right now, we're in the middle of it. We're listening to J. Parker's interview with Alfred Weber, who has interviewed a lot of interesting people, and want to bring light to truth. Now, I'm going to start out now. J. Parker's mother and father were both satanic cult members. J. Parker's family history in the Illuminati satanic cult traces back to the 1720s. This man knows a lot of historical facts. Before Adam Weishaupt formed the Illuminati, this is way back before Adam Weishaupt, he says supposedly, I don't know, formed the Illuminati satanic cult in Bavaria in 1776. So that shows what 1776 crap is all about. Some kind of messed up thing, like it usually is, and of course disguised with a pretty face. This cult goes back to Babylon and before that, known as the Age of Atlantis. Going back 200,000 years, maybe more, Parker's father and father's satanic friends called themselves the Atlantean Warlocks, because it goes back that far. Jay's mother's satanic heritage goes back 3,000 years. She was involved in mother-to-daughter witchcraft. They are known in the Old Testament as the Anak. Now, I do not know. Now, I don't know about if that's humans or. We're still trying to figure this stuff out. Like the species that says the secret history of the Anunnaki and the mission on Earth. So, no, you know what? I bet the people that are working for them maybe called the Anak, or something like that. I know in our Bible it says Anak. Let's see. The Illuminati keep rule on the masses, religion, and finance. They see the rest of the human race as cattle. In J. Parker's first memory of abuse, father forcing him to fillet him in the cradle. I'm sorry, this is very, very graphic sometimes, but it needs to be said because it's truth, and truth is often not what you want to hear, especially in this world, in this reality. The trauma-based mind control continues to go on in 10% of American satanic generational families. More details on this, there's 2 books by Fritz Springmeier called 2 books of Bloodlines of the Illuminati. These people are very passionate about their bloodlines because they want to keep it in the family, and they trace back to the Nephilim, which that's what they call them, the ancestors of that, I believe. Now, I'm not saying I know all this, but I'm saying that this is from somebody who has experience and has been through some horrible times. The book contains much of Jordan Maxwell's research, who's another interesting librarian trying to tell people what he knows. Talks about the 20 major Illuminati bloodline families, including the Rockefellers, DuPonts, Morgans, and Wall Street and Washington military-industrial complex, all that. Why they take a child from birth to 6 years old and use trauma-based mind control. It's 12% 12%. What does that say? Minors who formed police and what does that say? To steer society in the wrong direction. To make them, to have the, that's why they do that. A lot of them are traumatized and involved in that, to steer society in the wrong direction. Jay's parents were school teachers and lifelong pedophiles and humans. And also, I read with other interview with Alfred Weber, he said that his parents met at a satanic college. So, I can't remember exactly what the name of that was, but it's pretty sad that there are people like this. Pretty upsetting. Lifelong pedophiles and human sacrificers. Father is still alive. Mother passed away. Both born into a system of sexual abuse in the cradle. In vitro electroshock goes to the fetus. These people do that too. They can't wait to traumatize them so much that they do electroshock in the fetus. So that's pretty sick. Bruce Lipton is a microbiologist in 1968 working on stem cells. In the Reaches of Science, Bruce Lipton has an audio lecture, 95% of beliefs and infiltration of your adult life. What does that say? I cannot read this. I'm sorry. This is really bad handwriting. It says, infiltration. 95% of the beliefs and information of your adult life is taken in at the age of 1 through 6 years old. That's why they do this. 1 through 6 in hypnotizing trance. You take everything in like it's ages 1 through 6. They take everything. You take everything in as a child as if it is truth. Because as a child, I mean, most children. I'm hoping that most children have loving parents who really care about them and would never do that. But so that's why. But unfortunately, children that have been in this situation end up taking things in and thinking that this is how it is. And it's very, very, very sad. There's a ramp up by 6 years old to 7 years old, and they decide what they believe to be true at that age. Building of subconscious, 0 to 6. Computer that runs your life, like that's how it works, like your mind. 5% conscious and 95% of subconscious trauma-based mind control to break child down at the age of 6. Abuse stops if you decide you don't want to be involved, unless you were sold out, which it never stops. Like what happened with Kathy O'Brien, who was abused beyond belief and was abused into her adult life and had a child by the abuse and had that child abused. So that child was abused. So it's horrifying. It really is. You can leave when you are old enough, but you are told to keep your mouth shut about it. And Jay Parker is brave enough to bring it to light and share his unfortunate experiences with people who need to hear this, and especially for the children who are going through this. Parents told Jay that we are into the art complex. They were into the art complex of brain fight flight reptilian mode. ritualistic abuse. The ritualistic abuse from the ages 0 through 6, witnessed blood sacrifices, and they are drugged to cause deliberate mental imbalance in the children. If one decides to leave cult, they must have years of therapy and deprogramming, because it causes a lot of trauma. And this is ridiculous because this is not necessary trauma, but it's because sadistic fools have harmed these people. And it's amazing that they're able to come out of this, because, I mean, I don't know, I can't imagine that. I really can't. It's by the grace of God they make it through, because the Most High is there, and He's going to pull you through. If you want Him, you seek Him, and He will help you through any situation, no matter how bad. The deprogramming and the best that they can, because it's really hard to do that. So they need a lot of deprogramming and therapy after being through that traumatic experience. He said Jay's parents told him that humans were genetically manipulated. Satanic pigs have thrown them under the bus. Jay was brought up 9th generation Illuminati, classic anarchy story. Nephilim, demigods, men of great something, strength, I think, or something like that. These people were like, and Nephilim were like, held up like gods, bullies of might. That's the bullies of the bullies right there. I hope and pray that they don't come back. They said that according to his parents, the Anunnaki conquered the earth, then they made us, and have been in the background through religion, economics, and politics, have been running this planet as a slave farm. There's 3 cities that are not part of countries, and these 3 main cities of these people have these psychopaths. The 3 cities are 3 independent worlds that are not anything to do with the rest of their countries. Number 1 being the Vatican City, religious slave system. Then you got the London economic slave system, and then Washington D.C. military slave system. The podcast on what on earth is happening, if you want to listen to about more, Jay Parker is on podcast number 17 and 100. 100 is about current situation and solutions, and 17 is about being a witness of human sacrifice, sexual raping, buried and burned alive. He was also at the Free Your Mind 1 and 2 conference, 1-hour lecture. Authors of movies to see the scope of slavery in the world. He was also at Free Your Mind 2, openly talks about the satanic cults in Pennsylvania. There's a major center there. 2 books, How to Create a Total Mind Control Slave, Springmeyer, and A Mind Control Slave. And of course, what I just said, The Transformation of America, he recommended this book that we're reading right now. And please, I urge you to buy it and read it and learn truth. There's people in there who have committed atrocities, including George Bush, Senator Byrd, and Dick Thornburg. 34 million dark occultists waiting. What is that?